Good day, everyone. My name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla, and welcome to the second episode of Legal Podcast SA. Today, I'm in conversation with a man that is born and bred in Palabora. He is an attorney from the University of Venda. If I tell you that University of Venda was just teaching
In the domestic court, like your protection order, domestic violence, harassment court. That way I used to be a lot and seeing couples fighting, and I have to be at the center of everything, hearing evidence, hearing there are kids that are suffering. I need to make court orders.
You need to be very objective.
Yeah, sometimes I need to issue warrant of arrest for people. Sometimes I need to detain.
Hi everyone, my name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla and welcome again to another episode of Legal Podcast SA. Today I'm sitting with a very, very beautiful lady who has studied at the University of Limpopo, right? Her name is Miss Tebatso Motsepe. I don't know if she's related to him, but we'll find out. So her name is Miss Tebatso Motsepe and she comes from the University of Limpopo. That's where she did her LLB degree. Please, I'm going to hand over to her to introduce herself in short. Hi, dear.
Oh, hi, Confidence. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome.
Hello to our viewers. My name is Tebatso Motsepe, 27 years old of age. And yes. Okay, from a very small village in Mpumalanga called Pake, born and raised. But I'm currently based in Pretoria.
Okay.
And what else? Okay, I'm an attorney and a director of Tebatso Motsepe Attorneys.
All right. Okay, so tell us, this place that you come from, I'm just interested.
Okay.
Mpumalanga has got 30 people.
The demarcations in Mpumalanga are a bit complicated. There's a portion of Northwest. There's a portion of Limpopo. There's a portion of Mpumalanga.
Okay.
And Gauteng, actually.
All right.
So, but where I'm from, I'm very close to Belabela. So there's Pedi-speaking people. So it's safe for me to say I'm kind of like in Limpopo.
Oh, okay.
So it's the Limpopo part of Mpumalanga, basically.
Oh, the Limpopo part. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So are you related to him?
Motsepe?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was, actually. I wish I was.
From here?
Not even. But I'm yet to find out. Mm-hmm. I'm intending to actually conduct a finder of some sort.
We are calling that Motsepe wealth to the firm. Please, may you grow.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for coming
You're
through.
welcome, ma'am.
So let's do. So I did a little bit of research on you. I find out that you studied at the University of Limpopo.
Yes.
How long did that take? How long did it take?
So I did my first year in 2015.
Okay.
Yes, so basically I matriculated 2014, 2015, started with my first year.
Until
15, 16, 17, 18. Completed in 2018.
Okay.
Yes.
And then where did you serve your articles from there?
So I served my articles in Pretoria.
Okay, just let me backtrack. From there you go to law school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which law school did you go to?
Okay, so I matriculated in 2014. Did my LLB degree, of course, at TURF, as mentioned. I came to start with my articles, clerkship, in 2018. So while I was still here in Pretoria at Lebalamlo Attorneys.
Oh, okay.
Yes, those are my previous employers. So I was at Lebalamlo Attorneys, and that was in 2018.
Okay.
But basically, my contract started in 2019, just after graduation.
All right.
Because remember, you come this side, and then you have to go back around about March, April, May. This is graduation season.
Yes.
And then I had to go back to University of Limpopo for my graduation, and then came back to complete my articles
with the same
with Lebala Moloi attorneys.
And then
yes.
you only did your
Started with my law school for the second intake because I had not yet graduated.
Okay, yeah.
So just after graduation, the second intake, I think started, but it's basically the second semester.
Okay.
Started with my second intake at the University of Pretoria.
All right.
So did my articles for 6 months. I was doing night school. So I'd go to work during the day, and in the evening I would go attend classes. They started, I think, around about 5, 6,
Okay.
and till 8, till 7:30, 8 at the University of Pretoria. Yes.
Hard work.
Mind you, the law firm where I worked is in Capital Park.
Okay, that sounds far apart.
Yeah, Capital Park, it's Pretoria North Side.
Okay.
So I was traveling from Capital Park to where's UP? UP is Hatfield.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hatfield.
For 6 months, but it's not a lot of time. It's not a long time.
So much hard work. Anyway, well, you heard it from yourself, guys. People work hard. So you do your articles for 2 years or 1 year?
For 2 years, but I clicked basically
You clicked a bit longer.
for 2 years actually.
Yes, for 2 years.
But I could have finished in a
1
year and
year.
a half. The problem, board exams. We're gonna get to that.
We're going to get to bullet.
We're gonna get to that.
Enlighten us. How much was law school? How much was it that time?
I'm open for correction, but I think 17 to 18,000.
Guys, it's like we're starting to be doctors. Oh, what?
Right?
It's expensive. Okay, so now you only did your articles in one firm.
Yes.
I'm very proud of you. So it means your principal is not toxic. I see a lot of comments about toxic principals. We love you. We love that law firm. We love it. Wherever you are, please
honestly,
hire more.
It depends. I cannot really say he was toxic or not.
Yes.
But he was a bit strict. Yeah, he's a very, very strict guy. And I mean, it depends on your attitude as a person. So now your perception as to whether a person is toxic, the next person is toxic or strict or whatever character you can put to them will basically depend on you as a person.
True.
So what may be perceived as strict to person A may not be perceived as strict to person B. So there's people that I clicked with who would maybe perceive him as someone who's being toxic. Of course, depending on their attitude and their goals. I'll have to put it that way, their goals. But with me, I read somewhere they said it takes both criticism and positive comments. There's positive criticism and negative criticism.
Yeah, like a constructive criticism.
For you to grow, unfortunately, it takes both.
Yeah, it does.
So I just had to accept some things as they were, whether negative or positive. But I understood that the goal is the same. They're going to make me grow. I want to grow.
All right.
You understand?
Okay, guys. So what I gather from this is let's stop being babied. I hear a lot of people on groups, on Facebook groups where you get your posts. People are always saying, I want to see it. I'm like, guys, why are you jumping out of frying pan? What's going on? They're like, they will never tell you what the principals did. They'll just say
and
it's
they end up
toxic.
seeding their articles.
Which most principals do not prefer. They prefer you to start with them and finish with them. So now we're coming to the board exams. What happened?
I remember my principal used to say, he called them Sesi board exam.
Okay.
Yes.
Sesi board exams.
He said he liked to say, Sesi board exam doesn't play. Right? So my board exams were a bit... Actually, I passed in record time. But I had to apply for remarks and all those things. It was a bit of a hurdle. Yes. So I went for a first attempt.
Yes.
Wrote all 4 papers. My board exam is 4 papers. They are called competency-based exams. So I wrote all 4 papers. It's court procedure, bookkeeping, estates, and ethics.
Bookkeeping is that accounting that.
it's accounting.
Oh.
It's accounting.
I'm
So
I'm
I
not
know
good with accounting.
lawyers and numbers. It's basically water
Guys,
and oil.
I thought when
But
I
we do a lot of accounting. I'm gonna tell you that we do a lot of accounting work. Yes. So I wrote all 4 papers, passed 2. So I failed estate and court procedure, and I'm doing court procedure each and every day where I'm clicking. So failed those, and then I passed ethics. Yeah, ethics is a lot of reading. It's a lot of theory. So they just teach you about basic principles on how to run your practice and how to
in an
conduct
ethical
yourself.
way.
Yes, as an attorney.
Okay.
So, and then I got an oral exam. So oral is like they're pardoning you. They're like, okay, come over. We can see your script. You did very well, but you're lacking somewhere. Come over. Let's talk.
Okay.
So, and then I got an oral exam for bookkeeping.
For accounting.
For accounting.
Were
Doesn't
you
make sense,
okay?
right? Yeah, but they ask general questions. Like they asked about FICA. They asked about... Yeah, it's scenario-based questions. So one of the questions were like, if you get a client and they put a lot of money into your trust account,
Yeah.
obviously the bank will kind of like block your account because they will want to know the source of the funds.
Yes.
What will you do? Like if you get a client that approaches you to use your trust account as a conduit, maybe I use your trust account to transfer to someone else money.
Okay.
It can be money obtained by way, maybe fraudulent activities or anything like that.
Yeah.
What will you do as an attorney? So I'm like, okay, I will declare that. But I mean, why did I accept the mandate in the beginning? I looked at the examiner and I'm like, to be honest, I don't know.
I also don't know. Because it's mine.
And the examiner's like, for your honesty, we're going to give you this one.
Wow. But where was the answer?
I had to approach the bank, deposit an affidavit. It's quite a procedure. I have to notify the LPC. But, I mean, a hearing will be conducted to say, how do you allow something like that to happen through your trust account?
Sure.
So trust account is a very, very, very delicate and sensitive component in practice.
Do not
Do not
misuse.
play there.
Okay. So after you're done, you
Yes.
get I saw your pictures on Instagram. You get your admission. Your mom is so beautiful. You got your admission.
That's where the genes come from.
Yeah, I can see. You get your admission,
Yes.
and then after admission, you decide, no, I don't want to work for people. Is that what you did?
Yes. Something like that.
You're like, I'm not working for people.
Something like that.
How much do we have in the bank account to enable us to do that?
Nil. Probably maybe rental for that month.
Oh, so
Nil.
you went and opened.
I had faith. I opened my my law firm with faith.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay, then I had to go do my oral exam. I passed, and then I rewrote the 2 that I failed, and then I passed court procedure. I failed estates again. Then I applied for a remark, and then I passed. Got admitted 25 March 2021. I'm 3 years.
In practice.
Yes, so I'm a counsel now. I'm a senior counsel. Yes.
Okay.
So I got admitted 25 March 2021. And then I'm like, what's the plan? Now that I'm admitted.
They're not telling you we can absorb you. No.
I had to go and propose it, actually. But, okay. My principal is my uncle.
Oh, Malumi. Malumi, we are coming.
My
We are
principal
coming.
is my uncle. So, actually, even when I was still at varsity, before I could complete, I already knew that I had
Those with connections,
articles.
guys. For all uncles to have law firms, because some of us, we don't know. From here,
Exactly.
it's us. We are the backup.
So I after admission, I had to sit down, conducted an introspection, and also to advise guys, do not be quick to make that decision.
Opening your firm.
Either opening your firm or going into corporate or whatever. Just I always advise people to take your time before you become impulsive with certain decisions, because it's kind of like a lifetime
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
So take your time. It's not a problem. It's not even a taboo for you to be at home for like a month or two. Just giving yourself some time to think
And decide.
and make an informed decision. Seek advice, talk to people, approach people. Okay, I'd like to believe that by the time maybe you're doing your second year of clerkship, you will have like at least have an idea of what you would like to do even after your admission.
Yeah.
But if you feel like this is just overwhelming and there's a lot, and it's very, very important for you to take some time of things, going back to the drawing board and be like, okay, now I'm admitted. What am I going to do? Approach people, seek advice. So what I did was I was still with my principal. But honestly, just after admission, I went to the LPC and looked for forms for applying, making an application and registering a law firm. It was hard.
How much is that?
I didn't pay anything.
You don't pay?
So what happens is there is annual fees that are paid by practicing attorney. The moment you are admitted as a practicing attorney, you have to pay an annual fee. For the fact that now you are enrolled with the Legal Practice Council, you have to pay an annual fee.
How much is that?
So I think it was 195, and as time goes,
100.
yes, 195 for a membership.
Okay.
And then you have to pay 1.750, if I remember correctly,
Okay.
on an annual basis.
How much are you paying now?
Okay, and as you progress, as you grow, the amount also increases. I'm sitting at 5,000 something now.
Guys,
Per month.
LPC, January, they want 5K from her.
Exactly.
Free advice, you will see it in heaven. When you call Tebatso, I'm going to put her details here. Ne? When you call, there's telephonic consultation. It's charged per 10 minutes. Ne? It's charged per 10 minutes. And guys, free legal advice does not exist. Not here. Not like, can you hear how much people are paying?
Because you literally pay, the moment you breathe, you start paying.
They don't
As
care
an
whether you
attorney-
made money this year or not.
You have to pay them.
And the more you grow, I thought it was fixed. Like
It's not.
like there's somebody I know.
It's not. I think
and
after
then
a year of admission.
it goes up.
Yes. Or
Goes up.
a year or two,
The senior you become, the more
the more. So right now I'm sitting at 5,000.
pay year.
So I went to the LPC.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunate enough, there's a lady who worked there called Fezeka.
Mm-hmm.
She sat me down. Like, she spoke to me. Do you think you are ready? Do you have any clients? Do you have? I'm like, no, I don't have anything. I just want to open it and keep it there. You understand?
Yeah.
It's better for me to open a law firm without work than to get work
And not have.
and not have a law
Now
firm.
you have to refer. Give
Now
somebody.
I have to refer.
Yeah.
So I opened just like that. It took like a month because I got a confirmation of registration on the 6th of May.
Mm-hmm.
So May every year.
You pay that million for people who want.
No, not, I don't have to like pay it on a specific date, but they will send you an
Every year.
invoice.
But every year there is an amount you are to pay.
It's an annual fee.
No free advice, guys.
Thank you.
All right then. Okay. So now we've opened the law firm.
Mm-hmm.
How long? Just a moment, guys. Today's episode is sponsored by Saint Studios. Guys,
Big ups to them.
all I'm saying is, wow. Like, come here. Come, just go to their website. It will be linked below. On this video, it should be seen somewhere. Go to their website, book, come do your stuff here. It's very nice. You get branded water. There's an aircon. Now they're upgrading the other side. Guys, just come. Anyway, let's continue, Tebatso. Tebatso, you open your own law firm. Mm-hmm. You have no client. You have 1 month rent. When do you get your first client?
So, just to correct you on the issue of rent, I was given an opportunity to practice at my principal's office. So he's like, you know what?
Connection.
you can use this space. Yes, you can use this space. I'm going to give you at least up to a year. I want to see how you're doing. You understand? So I think June, July, yeah, that's when I got like my first client, my breakthrough actually.
After, from May, ne?
Yes, from May. So from May up until June, July, yes, I was just getting those small matters, civil. Can I have a letter of demand? You know, when people are just excited that you just opened your law firm and everyone just want to, I'm going to sue them. Yeah, we have a lawyer at home, you understand? So I got those small matters and I would bill. And then after June, July, it was on a second semester actually. That's when I got my loss of support client.
Oh, that's sounds like road accident fund.
Road accident fund matter.
Okay.
It was in 2021. So now, we thank God, a loss of support matter, you don't have to invest that much. Yes, you don't need a lot of reports, medical legal reports. If I should
Wait,
be
when you say
specific.
invest, when somebody comes with a case, a rough case, you have to take out money.
You have to invest money to make money, my dear.
Yo.
And unfortunately,
Oh, wow. But I don't know the connection. Now we
in
need
each
money.
and every business, to be honest, you just have to put money to make money. So you just opened a law firm, you have nothing, and you're like...
Then you get the rough matter that needs doctors.
It's a loss of support. I needed like one actual calculation.
Yes.
And just a postmortem to show that indeed this person is deceased as a result of a motor vehicle accident.
All right. Then that's when you...
Yeah, then I started pushing that matter. So started this matter in 2021. But because, by that time it was still hard. You couldn't even like pay for medical records or for an accident report, which costed like Boma 150. It was really hard. So it took me the whole of 2022. Still busy with this matter.
Hey, at this time you're still broke.
I'm still broke. I was broke for like, a year and a half, basically. 2021, 2022, it was really hard.
Okay, but we persevered and we pushed through.
Like I said at the beginning of this conversation, when you know what you want and you want it so bad, you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it, even under the circumstances. I have to make it. You understand? Yeah, I have to make it. I did try to apply in corporate. So I would get like notifications
for interviews.
For interviews and all those things. But my passion and my effort when applying for the job were never...
in line.
No, they were never as hard as
you need them.
Me trying to open a law firm. Like I put more effort in trying to open the law firm.
Own thing.
And then when I'm applying for a job, I'm like, they're looking for a secretary. Let me just, yes.
But what was in your heart was the law firm.
Was the law firm, honestly.
Okay, let's get into the law firm. You told me you do rough matter. I saw maintenance. I saw divorce. I saw a couple of things.
Yes.
Have you done a maintenance order?
Yes, I have. But it's not my favorite.
What's your favorite?
It's not my favorite field. Okay, yes, I'm doing a lot of family law matters, divorce and maintenance included.
Yes.
It's almost like part and parcel because it's maintenance, it's divorce, and there's a bit of domestic violence there because they're always just...
together.
Yeah.
It's a family
they
matter.
Start by...
divorce.
Being involved in an assault case, and then the next thing they decide we want to divorce, and then there's children involved. Yeah. You understand? So one way or another, I'll just find myself in that kind of a setup
where I'm doing
maintenance,
bit of everything,
and children's court, and because they are just...
The last person I sat with said, as a lawyer, he said to me, I specialize with labor law. Okay. But I do know people, I will refer you and say, this one is good at this. So in your company, what are you for sure saying, if you come here for this, you are good?
Leave that toxic marriage. I will advise you, it's not taking you anywhere.
So divorce is your...
I'm doing a lot of divorce cases. I'm doing a lot of rough, basically, which is, to be honest, our bread and butter at this stage
The
as
rough.
black attorneys. Yes.
Okay.
But I'm doing a lot of family law matters.
Okay.
So if you need assistance with leaving that toxic marriage or divorcing that partner, for whatever reason may be, my door is open.
There's
door
something,
is open.
something I didn't discuss with you, or something I didn't tell you, right? I didn't send you as part of the questions, ne? Now
Okay.
that you said you're doing divorce, I love it. Woo! I love divorce, guys. Even if he paid 2,000 and brought a crazy goat, divorce that guy and claim something. There's this famous case, ne? Should I talk about Bopape? Not Bopape. Let's leave Bopape, ne?
Okay.
See, there was a video that's trending of the lady from Mami Club,
Okay.
where the guy was leaving the house. He was packing his things, going to his alleged second wife that he got married to behind his wife's back. Him and his wife have got blended family with 8 kids.
Yes, I think I saw that.
And evidently, the kids love that woman must be very good to them, because they were also fighting him to say, where you going? Come in, let's talk, you know? Very sad, very not right for the kids, whatever that happened there. She found out, allegedly, that he got married on Facebook. Let's say the case is they are married customary law. So obviously, if she found out that he married behind her back,
Might have constituted bigamy.
yeah.
So it depends. When people get married, they just have to stipulate the kind of marriage that they are entering into. Right?
Okay.
We have a customary marriage and we have a civil marriage. And the mere negotiations, customarily, and mind you, we have different customs as
People.
you may be Xhosa, we are maybe Tswana, and our customs are different.
Okay.
So, for argument's sake, let's say Tswana, because I'm Tswana.
Okay.
So, in my tradition, in my customs, customarily, the potential husband's family, right, will approach the potential wife's family. They do their negotiations, and now they have to now come and complete or finish their negotiations and do the formal handing over of makoti.
Okay.
Those are customs. Now,
Right.
but now, the law that was enacted, the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act,
Yes.
right, now sets out certain requirements for a customary marriage to be valid. However, it doesn't make, now because you have complied with the act as enacted, it does not automatically now make your customary marriage into a civil marriage.
Okay.
A lot of people are missing that point. They're like, no, but they came, they finished the lobola, and we danced. There was a celebration in terms of the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act. Now this person is not even allowed to take another wife. It doesn't work like that. The recent law, I think it has been repealed or something. The recent law says now a couple married in customary, under customary Recognition of Customary Marriages Act, they must within 6 months go and register their marriage with the Home Affairs.
Okay. Take that letter.
So registration now is advised.
Okay.
But now customarily, like I said, we differ in terms of customs. My custom as Motswana does not require me to do that. And my marriage is still valid. So what this lady in the picture, the scenario that you just gave me, what she needs to now let us know is that what kind of marriage did they enter into? Her and her husband. Was it a civil one? Did they go to the Home Affairs and sign and get a marriage certificate? And when they went there to sign, did they say they are entering into a customary marriage? Were they specific to say, is it a customary marriage or a civil marriage? So the other thing that I can also advise our viewers is that also do not be quick to make that decision. You need to know what you're entering yourself into. There's nothing wrong with entering into a customary marriage. There's also nothing wrong with entering into a civil marriage. But you need to know the pros and cons. You need to know what exactly you're entering into, especially with the laws that are just constantly changing and changing. You understand?
Yeah.
Go and do your research, sit down,
And find out what's
find out. Make an informed decision. Because why? People enter into marriages for different reasons. Can be convenience, can be whatever reason, but you just need to go and do your research.
Okay, so tell me. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Sorry. Tell me, are you trying to dispel the notion that if somebody paid for lobola for me, automatically we are married in community of property?
Yes.
Oh,
So now there's now we come to marital regimes. There's a marriage in community of property, marriage in out of community of property with accrual system, and out of community of property without an accrual system. Depending on what the couple
agrees on.
agree on and how they would like to see their assets protected or dissolved, whichever case may be.
Yeah.
But people must just be careful when they make this decision. Customarily, we assume that you are married in community of property because you were not specific to say, okay, I'm going to make a contract, an antenatal contract that is going to regulate and stipulate as to this is the kind of marriage that me and my partner are entering into.
Okay.
So we assume
It's an assumption. Okay.
that, okay, you are married in community of property.
So, as you said, customarily, I think all customs, if you're going to take a second wife, the first wife must give permission.
Must consent, true.
So, does that invalidate that second marriage that man did with behind her back?
Because
obviously she does not know.
Because he did not get the consent from the
first wife.
From the first wife, yes.
So that marriage is... So
It's
they are
invalid.
playing.
They must go and make an application to declare it null and void. They must go and invalidate that marriage because it is a requirement even in the act to say there must be a consent from the first wife.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is just a mojolo that was
The second marriage
celebrated.
is just, yes.
They were celebrating cheating. All right. So I like to
Basically,
the way they are.
They were celebrating an
Cheating.
extramarital affair. True, that's true.
They were celebrating cheating.
There's no marriage there.
So the first wife does have a legal foot to stand on.
True.
Like, I'm just assuming that I'm just putting in a traditional way. So say she's strictly in community of property, ne? The Matrimonial Property Act, I don't know where. It should stipulate that people who are married in community of property, consent must be given out if I'm making any financial decisions
True.
and all that.
True.
So
It must be a joint decision.
if this wife has got the sibindi that I have, the one that me and Debuti have, she can go, if the side chick has been posting, hey, he bought me a car, he bought me what, I can go and say, back to my estate.
Can be included
Wives.
in the application that I'm talking about. To say,
The one you said, you're
Yes.
telling us about. Wives, when you divorce, don't divorce angry, divorce strategically. Don't divorce and be broke.
put emotions aside.
You go and fight for that wig that he bought for her. I always tell, just go and fight. The problem is that, Rina, when we divorce, no, I don't want anything. They will say I'm crying for him. Forget about people. Forget about people.
Like I said, emotions aside.
Yeah, forget about
Emotions
people.
aside.
Go and claim. Lady Eyelash, Mina can claim. As long as there's evidence that money, it's from our money. I'm coming.
He took it
Hey,
out.
I'm coming. Whoever's watching, if it's you, hey. Mina will come for you, my sister. And anybody in my life. once I'm admitted and I've got my own, I will advise them, my friend, I can do it
Go
pro
and fetch
bono.
it.
Go and fetch that money.
Go and fetch it.
All right. So you specialize, you can advise. It means if you are dealing with divorce, you can also advise about the marital system that people must go into. Can you do that?
Through my experience, as I progress in the profession, I noticed, I came to a realization that there's a perception that marriage in community of property is actually a bad idea. But I'm going to be honest with you, it depends.
Okay.
Like I said, when you enter into a marriage relationship with a person, define how can I put it? The reasons. Why are you marrying this person?
Both for love. But we are marrying for excitement.
Unfortunately, love alone is not enough, my dear. There's a lot at stake.
But we
remember,
don't
we are talking marriage here. We are talking a contract.
Imagine.
We are talking marriage here. We are talking a contract that can only be dissolved by the court. If I decide to sell this cell phone to you today, and tomorrow I want to terminate our contract, or tomorrow you decide not to pay or something, you and I can say, okay, no, it's fine. Let's end this. Let's take everything to its previous position.
Yeah.
Take your phone in. Unlike marriage, a marriage it's the only contract, and I'll repeat, it is the only contract that must be dissolved by the court. And it is the court that must be convinced that indeed
it must be dissolved.
It must be dissolved. You understand? So define your terms, just like any other contract. Define your terms. Okay, you know what? Let's get married. 1, 2, 3 at stake. How do we deal with it? And all those things. For an example, here's a couple. They've been cohabitating for some time.
Yes.
They've been cohabitating for some time, let's say, hypothetically speaking, a year. Both of them are starting at nil.
Yes.
Ne? They're starting at nil. But because the society has given us the impression that marriage in community of property is not a good idea, for argument's sake, they're not in business.
Yes.
You want to come and say this couple must get married out of community of property.
Okay, no.
They literally just started everything together.
Yeah.
Then honestly, what is it that you're trying to protect so much? Because they literally acquired
my gold tooth. I'm protecting my gold tooth.
You understand? So, but then here's a couple, maybe they're in business. They're both entrepreneurs.
Yes.
You know, in the case of insolvency, bankruptcy, we will try to protect our assets because, I mean, what if one of the businesses goes bankrupt?
Then if we are in community, we are all going to go down.
You understand?
Okay.
But I mean, so I'm very sensitive to advice.
Oh, the kind of system people must go into. The
kind of marital regime that is the best.
That is the best.
But what I do, I call the couple, I sit them down. Now let's talk. What do you guys have? What are you doing for a living? We have a proper consultation.
Yes.
And then now it's easier for me to can advise.
How much is that consultation there by the firm? By the firm?
It depends.
It depends on the type of matter.
It depends on the type of matter, the type of person, unfortunately.
Sharp, it's fine. I'm here to divorce. How much is it? People need to know. You know, people think, Hori, it's literally 10,000 to talk to a lawyer. And like, really, ne? I know
it
maybe...
can be 10,000.
Yeah, depending on the matter. Obviously, if I'm coming with a 10,000 matter, obviously I have that 10. I might have that 10,000. But on just somebody who's coming to say, I have a problem, I want to divorce, I'm starting with you, I want to open a file.
Okay. There are a few things that I look at. Maybe some of them I might not disclose because this might chase my clients away.
Yeah, we don't want to chase them away.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously, I will look at maybe the complexity of the matter.
Okay.
Of course, if you want to come and consult, I will ask you, okay, which field is that? Briefly explain what is that you'd like me to assist with so that I can also know that will I be able to assist, because it doesn't help for me to take a matter and it's just stuck at the office.
And then you can't help with it.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'll just ask you to give me a brief explanation of what you really want, and I'm going to charge you from there.
Okay.
But to be safe with this question, let's say maybe the highest I've charged for a consultation was that 10,000.
Per hour.
Not per hour.
Oh.
You come, we sit down at the office, we talk. Maybe legal advice included there. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes. And then also opening my file.
Also opening a file, everything included.
It's reasonable.
You understand?
You also have coffee there.
And water. I notice you love water. So it depends, honestly. And
On the
remember,
matter.
especially with divorce, there's a contested and uncontested divorce.
Okay.
So parties can agree, like a couple can agree, you know what?
And then it's easier.
Let's go and divorce. We just need to make things formal because, I mean, we've been separated for a while now.
Yeah, it's over.
They already know what they want to do with their children in terms of custody. They already know. So they just come there, you sit them down, you draft a settlement, and just like that, you are done. Go to court, confirm the settlement, and make it an order of court.
Okay.
So it's not as costly as the one that is disputed.
Where he's saying, no, I bought that earring. I want it.
I'm never going to sign the divorce papers. You know them.
Yeah, also, I want to ask you an important question. I'm a side chick to Pastor Bay. Pastor Bay has been telling me that Yena is going to divorce for the past 10 years. And then he's saying that the wife does not want to sign. Is that true in South Africa?
There's no such, my darling.
So these men are lying. We are idiots.
There's no such. There is no law that says the other party
guys, Pastor Bay does not have a side chick.
is supposed to sign divorce papers for you. No. There's no law that can force you to be into something that you feel or it's no longer working for you.
So when this man says, I love you, I'm divorcing Tebatso, Tebatso does not want to sign.
There's no such.
They're lying.
So what happens is if the sheriff goes to her, the wife, right? And then she doesn't want to receive the papers, it's fine. The sheriff will bring what is called a nulla bona return, meaning it's a non-service proof. And then you take it from there. In a nutshell, you can divorce a person in their absence, in absentia.
Oh, so
for as long as you have a proof that this person refused and whatnot, and we proceed to get a court date.
You've taken all the steps necessary for me to come to the table.
Yes.
If the wife does not want to come to the table,
to cooperate,
he can still divorce.
We proceed to get a court date, unless in a case where the other party now cannot be located. Like you don't know about their whereabouts.
On the newspaper.
Yes, you have to advertise.
And do all those things.
Yes. But where they just intentionally say, I ain't going to sign them. There's no such.
Is it true? Please I advise my fellow side chicks. Advise them that these men are lying to us from today.
They are lying. They are lying. There's no such thing as my wife does not want to sign divorce papers and basically we are just staying together for the sake of the kids. There is no such. If he wants to divorce the wife, he will proceed to court to get a court date. Anyway, tell him to contact me.
Yeah, if he's serious.
Tell him to contact me. I will advise and we do things properly. Because when you can't just be sitting there at home or at that nice apartment that he bought you and hoping one day his divorce will be finalized. He just doesn't want it to be finalized.
Musie's wife can also come and drag me out while I'm sitting there.
Because that's the wife's property.
Sure.
That's the wife's property.
Guys, they are lying to us. They are lying.
It's hectic.
I'm so glad I found somebody who deals with divorce in depth to a point that you can tell us that when Mr. Who comes to me and says, no, she's sleeping on top of the roof, I'm sleeping under the ceiling, it's a lie, and there's no divorce, they don't need us, because they say to you, hey, she doesn't want to sign, the whole year finishes, she doesn't yet, they're busy eating the cows on your cows, they're eating your cows,
he just doesn't want her to sign.
To bring the cows home.
There's no divorce. Do you guys go to the extent of finding whether indeed there is a divorce process?
Akere is not wearing the ring and he's coming at night when she's having a booty sleep. Akere, that's our little evidence. And that when I start to ask him to say, hey, what's going on? He says,
He's like,
no.
I'm going through a divorce.
Or not even that. Don't you want to go to Durban? How will I ask about? How will I then get to ask about? How will I then get to ask about the divorce? That's what happens. Okay, so tell me, where is your law firm? Please tell the viewers where they can find you.
Oh, okay. We are currently based in Brooklyn. So it's 842 Justice Mohammed Street in Brooklyn, Pretoria.
There by the whites.
There by the whites, yes.
Okay. All right. And then your number, I'll put it here on the video.
Yes, she will avail my cell phone number and landline.
Okay.
Feel free to contact my office for a consultation, so we can be able to solve your legal disputes or your legal hiccups swiftly.
Okay. Do you guys have WhatsApp line? Is it that number you say I must put on here?
I don't prefer WhatsApp. Just make a phone call.
Yeah, if you have real problems, you'll call.
You'll call.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You will call. You will
True.
call. So I see. What I can safely say is that Tebatso Motsepe attorneys,
Yes.
they deal in depth with divorce. Whatever problems you are having, whatever that's going on that requires you to say, no, this is enough. I need to get legal advice on starting my divorce. You approach them, they will help you. As she said, the matters, they differ. So it's not like it's 10,000 for, don't run away from something you don't know. It's not 10,000 for everyone. She just said the maximum that she had to charge for a complicated matter was that she will be helping you with your divorce matters, your road accident. If you have an accident, don't sit there with your disability and say, oh, I don't have money for a lawyer. Apparently, she must pay for the matter.
Yes.
So she can handle that. She can help you as long as you can call and you have a matter that is I don't want to say that is that is a matter that needs to be attended by the courts. She will take care of it. So there's a lot of cyberbullying, a lot of on the internet where we
Yeah.
Okay. Do you also have the handwriting to write to say, dear Ndibu, with confidence, shut up? Can you do that?
Unfortunately, I cannot start and say, I want to silence a particular person. But the complainant must come forth.
To say, okay, I'm saying Ndibu is always bashing me. She's doing what, all those things, defamation.
Yes,
Yeah.
they must come forth. That's a civil claim. I'm also doing general civil litigation. Ne? That's a civil claim.
Okay.
So, and we'll have to follow the general civil procedure for that, starting with a letter of demand, trying to stop this person, and summons will be issued.
Okay.
Yes. But cyberbullying is really a thing. Whatever those messages, even those little threatening messages that you keep getting, just keep your screenshots. That's what I can advise
How?
the viewers with. Keep everything, record everything.
Even
Because it may be difficult for me to try and prove my case if I don't have the prima facie evidence, the real evidence. So you can just come to me and say,
just say,
yeah, she said this and that.
I can
to
just
me.
take the
How do I
video
stand
and-
in court and say, what do I rely on?
So they are laughing at us on online from our online university that I won't mention. They're saying, what university? Say, I have, when we say you're on, I have screenshots, it's not valid. Screenshot can be valid if they hold a matter, right?
Yes.
If there's a problem.
I mean, if we don't keep those, what
There's no-
evidence? Like I
there's
said,
no evidence.
What evidence am I going to rely on?
Guys, you know my university, ne? I'm from there.
You just
So
print it out. It's evidence.
it works.
Yes.
It works. Oh, okay. All right. I have an issue that is so close to my heart, a maintenance one. I'm yet to find somebody who can actually help us, because there's just this person who's keeping away somebody from their kids just because they have the financial muscle. They're trying to do everything to frustrate her. I mean, they are trying to drag her to but again, not social workers. Psychologists, to try and prove she's not a fit mother and all that, and it's all not true. She can't financially afford, but I have to do something. Like I tried to ask one of your colleagues to help us, but when it's a matter that has to be pro bono, people are not so keen. I'm even thinking of approaching a law clinic.
Pro bono, ne?
No, I know that we are working. I know that it's work. I know that it's
but
work.
you know what? One of the practices that they do when you take an oath, when we get admitted. So after you take an oath and now you're admitted, they just give us a little talk and motivation. The judge, the bench actually, because I was admitted before a bench. Hey? It was a number of judges. It was not one. So they tell you go and do pro bono matters, but I mean like you just got admitted. You're like, yeah, we'll do pro bono, but honestly, I think I did pro bono. I did pro bono the first year, but it's not always like that dry pro bono.
Yeah.
They will come to you and say, Ish, you know what? I need assistance with this kind of a matter. I don't know if anything. But in the process, if they can just see that you're trying to assist, and they'll just give you something. So for newly opened law firms, newly admitted attorneys, junior attorneys, go and do those pro bono matters. It's something.
Senior attorney arena.
It's something.
Take it from
Not
the senior
me.
attorney.
But junior attorneys, go and do pro bono matters. That's also how you market yourself. That's how you create a name for yourself.
Yeah,
you understand?
true.
You can take it as if, okay, no, this person is not paying me, but they'll always refer you to someone.
Yeah, they'll
else.
tell somebody about you.
Yeah, they'll always tell somebody about you and your good heart and your good work. Most importantly, your good work. They'll tell you, there's a lady who has assisted me and I didn't have money that time, but when I don't go there and say you don't have money. If you can be able to pay, go and pay her. You understand? So I will also advise newly opened firms, the directors, those first years, man, the first and the second year.
Take 1 or 2 nyana and help.
Yeah, focus on creating a name for yourself.
Okay.
Do not chase money, if I should be honest like that. Do
Build
not chase
yourself.
money.
Build your
yourself. Let
profile.
people know about you. Market yourself. Tell people about you. Like, tell people about you. Look like a mad person. Okay, hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. And so I just opened my law firm. Here's my card. It doesn't cost a thing.
Then you will.
Yes, the third year, or maybe even the second year, you'll just be working on recommendations.
Alrighty, thank you so much for coming through. We even lost track of time. You are such a darling. They always said you talk a lot. How are you gonna be a lawyer? Because I can see through you that it can be done. Send Studio sponsored this episode. I forgot to tell you, they sponsored this episode. It wasn't free. When I say sponsored, I don't mean free. Don't come for me and say it wasn't free. I'm just saying they gave me water, distilled water. You pay for it, right? Sun Studios, they also have water. I think they sell this water. They love God so much in this house. Please, guys, visit their website. They work 24 hours, apparently. If on the site that day is open, they are available to help you. Just book and then speak to them. It is so nice. If you have any divorce matter, if your boyfriend hasn't been, his wife is not signing, Tebatso has dispelled that signing. He must come to Tebatso to come and help with the divorce matter. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next episode. But before I go, let us hear some words of wisdom for people who are looking for articles, and she will be signing out for us. How must they start?
Okay. You just need to apply. When there's an opportunity at a specific law firm, apply.
Door to door?
But even door to door. You know when you want something so much? Yeah, even door to door. Do whatever you can. Like anything at your disposal. Use it. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of Instagram DMs.
Are you taking candidate attorneys?
Yeah, are you taking candidate? Not as yet.
Not as yet.
Yes.
Not yet.
Not as yet.
Go follow her on Instagram.
Follow him on Instagram, but I'm
put it
about to
down
make
here.
a post. I do need one, actually. I do need a candidate attorney, but I'll make a post for Mali.
Is this an interview?
I'll make a post for Mali. But what I can advise them is that just go knock, drop your CV, and they will call for an interview. When you get there, have an attitude of a scholar. Don't get there as if you're someone looking for a job. Tell them you are even willing to volunteer.
Ka honest degree.
Ka
We must
honest
be
degree.
humble.
Unfortunately, you must be humble.
Be humble. We must be humble. We must be humble. Thank you so much, Tebatso. Thank you so much, Sun Studios. Guys, I will see you in the next episode. I really hope you guys will be sending me your inboxes, sending her the inboxes, calling and visiting her, and getting your boyfriend successfully divorced. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me.
You're very welcome. Mwah.